If you want to be loved, if you want to be seen, if you want to be heard, if you want to be respected, then that comes from you first, giving that to yourself, showing up for yourself, giving your body, your mind and spirit what it needs, despite what the outside world is saying to you. The most selfless thing you can do in this world is to take care of yourself. And that is such a hard thing to hear for a lot of people that are perhaps people pleasers, or that are so used to doing what other people want them to do all the time. For a person like that to move away from this pattern or program of always being of service, it's going to trigger all of those things within your heart that you didn't take the time to be with yet. You realize that if you're a person that always puts your needs to the side to show up for other people, or to accustom yourself to what other people need, that you didn't actually do it for them. It was only, always, ever for you. To be distracted from the fact that you feel like you don't deserve to just take care of yourself and do what's right for you. All of those things, being respected, being loved, being seen and heard, also starts within you. The world is just a reflection of whatever is going on within you. And if someone is, for example, abusing the relationship with you and using you a lot for something, then that is continuing because you allow it through your belief of thinking that this is how things should be. Because you have perhaps a low sense of self-worth and self-love in the bottom of things, that makes it so you don't believe that you deserve to take care of yourself and put yourself first. The funny thing is that even people start treating you better and start respecting you, showing up for you and seeing you better in the way that perhaps you always wanted to, once you start first giving that to yourself, because everything starts in here. You're never going to get those things from an outside source. You're never going to get love and validation from an outside source, whether that is a person, a circumstance, or something else. We might believe that that is the case, that something outside of us can give us what we need. But that only means that we're living unconsciously and trying to feed a belief, a limiting belief that we have about ourselves. Because we're disconnected from our raw, authentic truth of who we are, from our raw state of love and ourselves. That is when we might come to the conclusion that I need something to feel good about myself. I need something to be accepted. I need something to be validated. When in reality, you're just looking for your own validation, which you might give to yourself in some cases when you first feed this belief, perhaps by having a girlfriend or a boyfriend, that if this person can accept me, then I can accept myself. So you might find a sense of being seen and heard and being loved, but only because you allowed yourself to go there, into that state, which is your natural state, because of something that you convinced yourself that now it's okay. Whereas if these beliefs were not here to begin with, you would just naturally love yourself, accept yourself, and not give a fuck about anything outside of yourself. And just feel good as you are, amazing as you are, deeply connected back to the source of who you are, where you don't need anything to feel good. And also in that process, as you start taking care of yourself and putting yourself on top of the list of people who matter, you'll notice that other people will start putting you on that list as well. Like, oh my god, this person is caring so much for themselves, they respect themselves, now I want to do that to this person too. You notice that new opportunities come. People that didn't respect you move away, and people that are now ready to respect you, that are of an equal match within their own energy, within their own being, can start moving into your life. You start meeting a lot better people that are good for you, that treat you well, that just makes you feel good. Because that first started within you. You started treating yourself well. You started putting yourself first. You started respecting yourself. You started showing up for yourself. You started to not distract yourself with these programs anymore of attaching yourself to a girlfriend and attaching yourself to outcomes and things, because they had nothing to do with what you actually were seeking in the moment. They were only distractions taking you away from the pain of feeling and thinking that there is something about you that's not lovable, that's not acceptable. You gotta move back into those emotions, into that energy that is cooking within you, that made the reflection in the world not something that you want. Because it's only a reflection, the world. It shows you what is going on internally within you. And so if you don't like the reflection, you have to start looking inside of you and start changing the energy. And the energy changes, elevates, when you allow it, by not engaging yourself in all of the distractions anymore. By not engaging yourself in all of these programs that only took you away from what it is that you actually sought, which is only your own awareness and allowance to take a deeper look on what is going on within you without judging yourself and saying that I'm not good enough for this. I'm not allowed to do this. Because that is something that we picked up. We're doing it unconsciously, by the way. We don't perhaps say this on a mental level, but this is unconsciously what is going on internally in this moment as this is happening. We're rejecting parts of who we are, being distracted by attaching ourselves to things. Start putting yourself first. Allow yourself to go deeper within yourself. Allow yourself to be who you are. Give yourself that self-love, that self-respect of allowing yourself to go deeper within yourself, allowing yourself to be who you are. And from that, you get everything that you could ever wish for, which is a deep connection back to yourself. And that adds on things, of course, in the reflection afterwards also. Beautiful things start to happen. If you want to learn how to start this process, you can check out my free 30-minute subconscious success course. And I also have my coaching calls, and everything is down here. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.